Hey, did anybody see my drive shaft? Alright, well, we got another YouTube super thanks to thank you for. That is Jeremy Stewart for $2, man, for the wheel fun. Every once in a while, I'd come across an RC that I've had for a very long time, and it's by Redcat. It's not like it's the greatest RC ever created. There is no such thing. You do have some RCs that are really cool, and this particular RC kind of, for me, falls in that category because of, I guess, remembering what it was and what it could do. Now, there are comments and there are things out there that people have said that concerning Redcat, that Redcat, like, was the Hyundai of the automotive industry. And in some respects, they're absolutely right. But with a couple of minor mods, this particular RC became something that was way better than, let's say, a Hyundai Elantra from, what, the early 90s, mid 90s? Maybe even, I don't even know when Hyundai came around here, but I just remember when they first came out, they were disposable cars. This, or some of these Redcat vehicles from that time period were obviously, you know, made from other companies. It was that whole rebrand thing, you know, basically like the whole Snap-on deal. Snap-on will buy products and tools and whatever from other companies and rebrand it as Snap-on. That's literally just the way it goes. It's the same thing for a bunch of other stuff. So, inside this box, anyways, today on RC Guy Garage, we're going to break into an old RC that I've had sitting in a box for, to be honest with you, I think it's been, man, it's hard to put a timestamp on something, but I swear it was a couple of years before COVID, but I could be wrong. You want to see the condition of this truck or this RC? Let's check it out. Alright, so in this box right here is my Camo X4. How long has it been sitting in this box? So long that there's spider webs all around this truck. Looking inside, I can see right away that I kind of can figure out pretty quick potentially what went wrong with this thing. I do see some broken pieces down there, so obviously it must have been something to do with the front steering. You know, some people will say that, you know, the certain things on this thing were weak. You're absolutely right. If this thing was driven the way it was intended to be driven, it would survive or be a lot better than it was. The one mod that you can see in there, that gold thing right there, that's my battery tray mod. That battery tray, that modification caused this truck to be such a totally different animal. And you can see, I went from driving this thing, you can see in the mud, it still has, like, how old would the mud be right now? 5-year-old mud? It still has 5-year-old mud on it. So let's take this thing out and see what we're looking at. All right, so obviously we got the cage. It did have a Lexan, like, overlay, which basically was the hood, side panels, and it had like a kind of like a rear or trunk section. I left the top on and I left the guys in. Now, I can see that this is fractured. I'm gonna say that's probably from sitting, from what I think I might be seeing, but that might be an easy fix. Just get some tape in there and kind of tape that body back up, and if that really even matters to me. Having the guys in there kind of does, I guess, finish off the look of what this thing is. So you can see right there, X4, I labeled my remotes at the time, and I definitely was smart enough to do that. So at least I took the batteries out, and that way the batteries wouldn't be corroding inside the remote. That's something that a lot of people have a tendency to forget. So here's the truck itself. So I have no idea what the condition of the tires are. Look at the tires. The tires even have like this white, weird film on them. As far as upgrades go, I think the only thing I did... Oh, there's some pieces, parts. I think the only thing I did... More parts... was I replaced the rear link arms with the metal upgraded link arms, and I also put a T-Bone Racing front bumper on there. And this was key, because this kind of kept this front end from self-destructing. Now, I do actually have a new chassis, or a new tub, because I do remember, I believe, that this one was broken, and this kind of held it together. So there's that. The shocks. Shocks still feel like they have fluid in them. Yeah, they definitely do. So the shocks still have fluid in them. Again, this thing has been sitting for how long? You got Arrma vehicles. I've got Arrma vehicles that have been sitting for, I don't know, a month, maybe even less, and diffs are leaking or shocks are leaking. So is Redcat really a piece of garbage, or is that just like, yeah, I don't know, man. Whatever. This thing was just built different. Looks like I do still have the stock servo in there, stock ESC, and obviously the stock motor. So it'll be kind of cool to fire this thing back up and see what's going on here. But you can see, man, I put this thing away dirty and broken. So hopefully this will be a rather quick or easy repair. Not even sure where this thing goes, but whatever. Oh, yeah, now I do. More parts. So inside the box, there's more parts. So this did have metal hexes. How is it a piece of garbage? It's got a metal hex, CVD, fronts. Look at this, parts are still in here, man. So, okay. So the steering knuckle broke. And so did the C-hub. So the C-hub and the steering knuckle are what broke on this thing. I wonder if there's some type of aluminum upgrade that maybe I can get for this thing. I know sometimes it's good to keep things plastic, but, you know, if I can't find the actual plastic piece as a replacement, who knows? Maybe. So we got those pieces. Obviously, this piece right here was to go in this way or the other way. I can't remember. It's probably the other way. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it goes the other way. Obviously, this would fit like this inside here like that, so it would be the other way. So that's what broke right there. That broke, and that broke. That's why I stopped. Yeah, look at that. Here's the other piece right here. Here's the tire. Yeah, dude. Even the rubber, man. Even the rubber is still in good shape. There's the vent hole. So, yeah, dude. I think, from what I'm seeing, man, this is just going to take some cleaning and hopefully finding these parts. So it's going to be a big job cleaning this RC. But you can see all the garbage that's in there. Yeah, dude, this is going to take not too much, I'm thinking, to bring this thing back to life. Rear diff was a locked rear diff, or I locked it. I can't remember. Oh, I did replace the upper links too. Okay, so I did replace the upper links. Stock shocks. I think this thing is a go. But this was the first 3D printed, this was one of the first 3D printed things that I made, I think. And it was just basically a square box that really lowered the battery into its lowest position, and the way it shifted the battery forward. It just made this RC just that much better. This thing changed the way this RC was. Factory battery straps. So it just looks like I need to clean this thing. And it's going to take a lot to clean this. Isn't that weird though? The white that's on these wheels. Look at that. Nothing wrong with the bead. Look at the tires. The tires are still nice and supple. So that's a good thing. That hex really isn't looking all that great. Wonder if that hex is stripped out. No. No, it's definitely not stripped out. And see, look at that hex. Look how much of the hex. Look at that. Almost the entire hex gets sunk down into that wheel, so I'm not seeing any problems other than that right there. Needing to replace these parts. So we'll see what happens, man. This could be a pretty cool revival. Alright, so this is the way I'm going to handle it. I'm just going to jump on to my computer real quick right now. Go right into Google and type in Redcat. I'll just go right to Redcat Racing. RedcatRacing.com official store. We're going to go to parts and accessories. I'm not sure if this is going to work right. Parts and accessories. And then we will try to find the RC. So let's see. We got more. Blackout, Cyclone, Dinoco, Everest, and get out of here with your stupid newsletter. And I think it would have been right away Camo X4, right? Yeah. Not seeing it. Unless I'm blind. Blackout. Yeah, see, this is what's rough, man. Let's see. In stock, out of stock, closeout. See what's on closeout. Closeout. Oh, whatever that is. Servo saver. Okay, what about clearance? Wait a minute, what was that down there? Legacy vehicles. But let's see if... Oh, dude, it is a legacy vehicle. Okay. Camo X4 Pro. Let's see. Wow, looks like there are parts here. Seriously. There's actually parts here. Got the chassis for $5. Watch the parts that I'm going to need. They're no longer available. Oh, man. Oh, no. Oh, dude, they're not. Steering components are gone, dude. All right. Let's see. Just want to double check real quick. Oh, this is a total bummer, man. So, the C-hub and steering knuckle. Nothing. Crap. I just got to punch on to the TT Pro, and I know they're the same thing. What is that? Oh, drive shaft. Ah, dang it, dude. You know what I do wonder? The vehicle I feel that took the place of this thing was the, what the heck was it called? Oh, wait a minute. Did I just do clearance? Wait a minute. Let's try this again. Parts and accessories. Legacy vehicles. Let's see if I do X4 Pro. Okay. There's more stuff, but it's not the clearance stuff. So let's see. Maybe that might have been why. Aluminum steering knuckles. Oh, for $30. It's kind of rough. The regular steering knuckles right there. So let's show vehicle compatibility. So Dacono, Camo TT Pro, Camo X4. Okay, so it did share with the Dacono. Okay. And the Dacono Pro. So if I click this, sometimes they'll do like the... Well, of course, now they're not. All right, so far, we're looking good. I'm going to go ahead and just add it to cart. See, what does it say? Popular add-ons. What does that mean? Overview. Popular add-ons. Nothing. All right. We'll go back. I'm actually glad, dude. I was trying to see if there was a category. Servos, spare parts, wheels, tires now. Okay. So it did have that. I'm not paying for that upgrade. But I wonder, does that mean like maybe on eBay or Amazon there could be chassis right there? Chassis. I got the chassis. Oh, I saw it. There it is. $30 for the aluminum, man. I just can't justify that. Because in reality, I feel like the part broke because it needed to. You know what I'm saying? The part broke because it needed to. If I did go with the aluminum, that's $60. That's not... Is that truck worth 60 bucks, believe it or not, it looks nasty. Like, it looks cool. But the question is it $60 worth of cool? Just for those tiny little parts. And I'm going to have to go ahead and say no. Let's get this thing running first and see if the rest of the truck holds up. But what I was curious about was the thing that replaced it was that, at least in my mind, what the heck was the name of that thing? Well, they still have parts, dude. I'm actually surprised. They even got the rear axle. They got everything. So let's see. Compatibility. The rear axle. Camel Pro and Camel... Okay. Camel TT Pro. Just look a little bit further here. See what they got. Motor cover. On clearance. So they actually did have parts, man. They got the arms. Should look at my arm. Nah, mine are good. My shocks are good. Plastic bodied shocks, I think. Or are they metal? Nah, these are metal bodied shocks too. What you talking about, guy? Not all Redcat's garbage. Upper shock bushings. Let's see what else. Straps. Oh, and I replaced those metal things. Did I replace those? No, I guess I didn't. I thought I replaced these with metal ones, but I guess I didn't. Alright, so I guess they do have the stuff I need. I just didn't put it in my cart yet. Right there. Bam. Add to cart. Oh, you know what the only thing is? No, actually, I do have the pieces. I almost thought I didn't have the little sleeves, but I do. Okay. Alright, so anyways, that's it. But what was I trying to show? I was trying to show, I think, the vehicle that I thought had replaced this Camo X4. And I thought it was this thing, the Wendigo. I think I thought it was the Wendigo. Because it says RC Rock Racer, but this has got a solid axle front rear. Okay, so this wasn't it. But that makes me wonder now, though. Where is that Ducano or what the heck is it called? Search. D-U-K. Ducano Pro. Just because I'm curious. Ah, they don't even sell it anymore. I gotta sell the tires. Alright, well, steering parts. Yeah, so same thing. Whatever. Alright. Just gonna go back. Is that... You see it? $10.99. Okay. Checkout. And this is where I'll just put in all my information. So at least one good thing is that for some reason I thought that the parts were not available. That's why I just didn't waste my time with this thing anymore. And then pulling this thing out of the box, realizing that even the tires from sitting, even everything from sitting, the diffs didn't leak, the shocks didn't leak. I mean, it could be a disaster once I clean this thing, but I did put a couple of upgrades in it. So I think initially I had replaced only the lower trailing arms and I'd never replaced the upper links. And then eventually I did replace those upper links. So I don't know, man, that battery tray being in there, the way it stiffens things up, I felt as though that was a good fix for this truck. It made the truck just drive just that much different. And it's not like I'm, saying Redcat, bring this thing back, but I'm glad I can still at least get the parts for it. I did kind of want to look up on Amazon right now. I'm going to actually do that right now. So I'm going to open up a new window here. Actually, it says there were coupons found. So I'm going to go ahead and apply coupons. Dude, the Honey app is actually pretty cool. So, was there anything? No. Redcat deal alerts. It's funny too. Look, it's the old logo. That's funny. You have the best price around. All right, so I'm going to open up the new tab, go into Amazon. Amazon, save big. I'm going to put in Redcat Camo X4. Let's see what comes up. Because it would be kind of cool. Look at that. The roll cage comes up for $23. What does the roll cage come up on this thing? So I just want to check this out real quick. So, parts. Go down to Legacy. Camo X4 Pro. Whoa, look at that difference, dude. So I could buy these and sell them on Amazon for $23. Okay. It's kind of weird. Why would it be such a huge price discrepancy? Somebody actually thinks they're going to get that money off of there? Redcat Racing steering knuckle. I don't think that's the same thing. $50. Look at that. Look at the price difference. So 70528. $70528. So Amazon is cutthroat for pricing. But what I was curious about metal though. I was curious if there was a metal kit. Would I put in like upgrades or something? That's kind of shady, man. Prices on Amazon here are expensive compared to the actual Redcat's eyes. Look at that. Steering bushings, no price. I think I remembered looking up that little share goo metal diff box. Yeah, it was worth a shot to at least check. But it doesn't look like there's any cheap metal upgrades for this thing. All right. So anyways, that's where this is going to end. So anyways, this is RC Guy Garage. This is RC Guy Garage, and I am definitely going to revive the Redcat Camo X4. It, from memory, and my memory serves me good when it comes to this truck. This truck was an absolute blast. And what I'm hoping is that the plastics have survived, in which I kind of think they look pretty good, man. They actually, the plastics actually look like they're okay. So, and I feel like that's kind of an important thing, is that tires are still nice and supple, which is pretty crazy. They've got the weird white, like, coating on them. I don't know what's up with that. But I'm going to do my tire trick. I'm going to do the holes in the tires so that they don't get full of water, which possibly could have been an issue from prior. These things don't feel like they have water in them. They definitely don't have water in them, but I don't know, man. Everything about this thing, just the squishy goodness of these tires, the foams, feels like it's a okay quality. The tire itself has got good grip, good side grip. This really was an RC car that I had a total blast with. So anyways, I'm going to be, well, not out, but eventually I'm going to be out. What about you? What are you doing today?